Majority of MPP4 wish I was dead. Bawumia, Kennedy Mo, MPP top, no. They wish I was no more. I understand your pain because it is going to take a long time for the NPP as a political party to come back to power. We see a lot of people on the internet talking Ghana politics. Those kind of words, some of you saw that was so stronger. Yes, where do you been see that? Kelvin tell like us we actually Kwadwo. Wakase we actually Bawumia, wakabi actually Kennedy. Kelvin tell there we do atem John Mahama na shana say. NDC for na Kelvin tell us no mama ni sika. And Kelvin tell ya the oye no. And Kelvin tell to me the John Mahama about power. Anybody who is speaking against John Mahama now, insulting John Mahama, insulting the NDC government, using strong words which you don't like, is paid or is being paid by Bawumia. There shouldn't be any argument about this. Bongo ideas, Anameboa, you the MPP, you picked up Bongo ideas. They went to lock him up. They threatened to kill him. All because they thought that his tweets were too strong and it was going against the government, against Bawumia, against the Kwadwo. At a point, Bongo ideas is being paid by NDC to do that. Today, the NDC is in power. We are going now, Shamia. Also, Tiatis and the Otis will be Cassetia NDC, by Cassetia John Mahama, a Bawumia, any Kennedy Muni Tianaka. I don't want to be that fool making videos and telling Ghanaians that our house is flooded. Their house is flooded. My house is flooded. We don't want to look like Fr0g walking in water. Today, look at these young people. Young women and boys. Some of them look like tadpoles. Some of them look like Fr0g. I sam ponchireni akamuti enomunamunsuom. Our house is flooded. What is so unique about it? The young people who are supposed to call for accountability have become fools. Baby or say a friend estate. And don't do a cry, Obias what estate. The boys and girls don't even understand what an estate is. Say you sit down to us, near the gate to an estate. They are so dumb. Ain't it? Baby, why you sit down? Now, Odambia could sit down and some you swo or some estate. This is Fr0g. Today, they are walking in water, flood, telling Ghanaians our houses are flooded. Kwasia. Your house is flooded. Our house is flooded. Which is which? Kwasiasum, our house is flooded. Mumbo Brancy Dainty. You don't understand. This is Fr0g. Politicians will use you people for a long time. Because Mumu be Jimmy. Fr0gs. This is what we call Fr0g. This is what we are seeing in Ghana. You see frogs walking in water. To toe. Our house is flooded. You and whose house? Now, the issue with air floods in Ghana, in Siototo, or Ghana, and the funny thing is, I'd say this this thing never stops, right? Now, who are we supposed to blame? And this is an issue we all need to discuss. It started from somewhere. It did not start today. The floods in Accra, the floods around the nation, it didn't start from today. We cannot blame only a year filth. We can't. It plays a major role, especially when it comes to the congested areas, especially Kumasi and Accra. There are two things that contribute to floods in Accra. A thing, any people building anyhow. I'm talking about the planning that has gone wrong in Accra. There are places in Accra that are not supposed, we are not supposed to have buildings there. But we have buildings. Now, for some reason, this flood issue is a national issue. For some reason, the NPP that was in power for 8 years, the NPP that told us that they are going to desilt, now, majority of Accra is running water, smaller gutters and drainages. Every time joining Odona. na sebio a carry waste no away and call for 9 any areas no entumi in so move so no. The NPP that came to power, Mr. P, Mr. S, give me a video. The NPP that came to power for 8 years. They told us they are going to make Accra the cleanest city in Africa. 8 years. Remember, this government has been in power for roughly 4 weeks, 2 weeks, 4 weeks, 6 weeks. 6 weeks. The flooding we are seeing in Accra, who are we supposed to blame? One, we need to blame ourselves. We need to blame each other. We need to blame each other because we have failed to live as human beings. And I'm speaking this or saying this because we have failed to keep our surroundings clean. Our habit of not taking care of our trash. That habit of thinking that we can leave trash anywhere. That one is not a government that will come to your home and train you. You need to be trained to understand. Your Ghana for they try to find the next stop, the next hotel, the next rest stop to go pee. But Oba Ghana, Johnson and the Penue in the Beman Johnson. So it's a psychological thing. Because they know that there are no rules. And the people even who live in Ghana don't see anything wrong with Bema, Chene Bema, Ejina Bibia Johnson, Abraya Tuedianoha. So they are forced to do it. So there are it has its psychological thing and it has its own things that are practicable that we are supposed to avoid or fight. So the psychological part, we have all failed each other. We have all failed each other. We all have platforms. It's so painful that in so way a year a repair through the problem no within a day or two they talk about it and they are done. So the miseries or whatever they are going through no after 2-3 days so we won't see any problem has been solved. But I don't know if you say the clouds will build again. They will form again. In Saba. We need to do better as citizens. The government has failed on its promises. When talking about, and the reason why I go back 8 years is enough. 8 years is enough. And the reason why I say 8 years is enough for us to fight this or to at least move Accra from where it was to now was because the amount of money that was pumped into the sanitation ministry and the Kwadwo Bawumia, Cecilia Rapano, we shouldn't be having this conversation now. We shouldn't. We have our own problems as humans, as Ghanaians, how psychologically we don't train ourselves to be clean, to protect our environment. So we step back 8 years. We were here when millions of dollars, we were told by Kwadwo Bawumia that it has been pumped into the Sultan, the Odona River, the drainage, the biggest gutter in Accra. So the majority of the insio are every different parts no now at least in no 90%, it will go down to like 40%, and then slowly we can get the system ready for every rainy season. The question here is, what was done by Kwadwo? We were here and Omoko actually said they were the Sultan, and I said Odonanim. This is the Kwadwo Bawumia MPP government. This is the same government today telling us to say they see everything wrong with everything and they want to blame who?
This dredging, cleaning up is going to take about 6 months to complete this one. Then the Kwale Lagoon itself will take a longer time because that's where we have more composition of material, which needs to take a longer time, maybe about a year or two to finish. We're going to have recreational facilities. That is the sea outfall. So along we have recreational facilities, other infrastructure, we can have some hotels, we come at the end, and this makes the whole place. Then we're dredging all the way through cycle to Kwale Lagoon, where we call the Clep Interceptor. From there, we end up at the estuary into the sea. Before the commencement of the work, this is how the situation was. The channels were heavily silted. Along the channel, you can see very heavy siltation. So this is the beginning. Then during the process of the dredging, we had these situations. Gradually, we come up to the end. Then finally, this is the stage that we have reached. And then after that, there was a continuation to carry out the silting, because as we progress, more silt come, and you have to continue dredging.
This was May 2019. Omoka just my recreational center along the Odo. They were going to dredge it, create recreational center. Can the Agyapong cracker just say Odo na no or the boat besim. At a point where Kennedy catcher say, "Sa Odo River no, Odo gono no, or the boat fi Dubai babesim na visitors at him Odona to Odona, Odona. These people and then no, I just don't want to." But they did this in 2019. Now, my question is, the young people who have platforms like mine, who think, say, what I do is too big for them to learn. These same young people in Ghana on TikTok, on Facebook, on Twitter, on YouTube, they are the ones who are going through the pain. So why are they not asking these people that why wasn't this done? Why should we make anyone walk? And why should we even allow this same government for 8 years that lied to the people? Why is, I don't know, young men, young women on social media, why are they not worried about this? Why are they not worried about this accountability? Why are they not asking the government that just left, that told us they pumped billions into this project to save them? Why do you think these young people haven't taken the time to say, no, we are here to help Ghana? Tomorrow, I don't want to be that fool making videos and telling Ghanaians that our house is flooded. Their house is flooded. My house is flooded. We don't want to look like Fr0g walking in water. Why do you think these young men have refused to use their brains? Why do you think these fools who sit on social media pretending they are intelligent, why do you think they have failed to use their common sense to ask the most important questions? It is because these people are not intelligent enough to discuss national issues. It is because the politicians are using these young boys and girls who cannot think deep. They are shallow-minded. Technology has made foolish people look important in our communities. But in any serious country, the young people should take to social media. They should be demanding accountability from the NPP that at least we know you people were in power for the past 8 years. The amount of money that went into this. We saw the president walk there. Where is the recreational center? Where is the desalting? What did we get out of it? So why would any young person even sit, anyone, and say, Mekokase NPP, enyansafo di enim, inti ende mekasama NPP, inti Ghana fombe tieme. Today, look at these young people, young women and boys. Some of them look like tadpoles. Some of them look like Fr0g. I sam ponchireni akamuti enomunamunsuom. Our house is flooded. What is so unique about it? The young people who are supposed to call for accountability have become fools. Because the politician would tell the other politician that, wait, Jimmy. Catcher and says sorry. The politician, onimsa we Jimmy. It will make you say, oh, sorry. And it will make you feel special. But our politician, ne baby edu wa ote sansu onim. Sa politician no, nipa thousands of Ghanaians are omo flag man in suna form no. He did not find each one of them to tell them you are sorry. Wa hwehwebe hu de we Jimmy no. Because you see, the way Jimmy na no ya. So politician hwehwem de we Jimmy na say and the oko baby a nipa bebregu o mo Jimmy a omo ye dede a o hwe de na no ya we Jimmy kese no ama ne duane. Obeka ka kire mo Jimmy ni say bibia ye okay. And that is what Bawumia and Kennedy Dems are doing. They look for the dumb but loud. So they pick them out. So the politician will sit back. No, I heard you wait Jimmy no. And I know a dino. Or friend about them or say Jamudi. Or Pierre or say Nipa Mokan was a Munjano and Nipa say that is what they are doing. But I was expecting the young people So this is the time they will be on the streets and telling Ghanaians never to consider the NPP. And not just the NPP, the same people who were with the Kwadwo, who ruled with the Kwadwo for 8 years. Any young man and Ajuni Juma on Jimmy and would say never. Because at least Nipa Kwanyo be the opportunity to live for 80 years. For 8 years, these politicians were given everything they needed. Their wives, their kids, their family members, they were provided with everything. For 8 years, Insua Tonde, na Insua Yira Fawa. The politicians look within. He looks around and see the foolish one among the foolish masses and picks them out and say, Wobra. That is where we are. Inti, Jimino, you need to sit back. And I don't blame some of these young boys and girls because they are young. They have not really seen life. They don't understand what life is. They just see life as, what sorry, where's the boxer shows me, Nubakumu Bon, what could you Obabi small fame, what social media, YouTube, so when you're $200 a month, when you say that's how they see life, they cannot see beyond what we see. So what do? What we do is, your experience, we try to guide the intelligent ones. What is happening in Accra with these floods? It cuts deep. Now, Kwasiebia tina baby or see a friend estate, and don't do Accra obia sort estate. The boys and girls don't even understand what an estate is. Say you sit down twaso near the gate to anwa a estate. They are so dumb. Enti baby o ha yen sit down. Na odwan bia ko sit down miensa mienu bi esiwo. Osemiti estate. Okwa on check the soil. Aban kura book which say these are places you don't live. But on say Jimmy Dodo no ema wa adwene o say we are smart. Enti today obitimi ka bibi tu obitimi keke yetumi ton slum maw. Enya slum bia and I say waterlogged area bia na onanti outeti ansumo. But where Jimmy nti or say I live in an estate. What is estate? What do you see? What do you consider as an estate? What is an estate? When houses are built like hen coops, like piglet farms, with no plan. When you live in a neighborhood where gutters cannot flow, free-flowing gutters, that is not an estate. That is a slum. The people living in Zongo are intelligent. Ye pa omo mote slums a e mo a inso toya le Fr0g for mote tensuoni mo na ma adwene wo for mo agimi. When they did flood in Accra ka say insu afa Zongo e ma nipa tensuoni, you will not hear, because those who live in Zongo, they look out for these things. You might think say sebio ebio mote wono, there are some kind of people the kind of things you do inti you underestimate them. But I mean say insu afa Zongo e bi mfa, because Zongo enya crown they will create some drainages. Because if you are a estate, Ebian is a codie, Ubusan or Tetrasaco or Tashoma estate. Because if you are a estate, they need to understand the say a chrono and your dini the chichi crew are planning. Are planning. Enti so you're crossing now bankraya. Obiabetumaton bibia maun. Why are the Zongos not flooding? Why are the Zongos not flooding? I didn't know Zongos didn't flood. Because Zongo will be my own down block a gutter. Wherever you want to build, but make sure you don't block the gutter coming from one place. They are reasonable people, they are intelligent. But most uncle for Maka Jimmy Cotemania de Adekoshe, Bibri, yet estate. Yet the estate. Again, our friend estate. Obabro Jobati estate waha, Kwasiaba. Did you hear? Do you know what estate is? Estate agata nkonye estate. Sauti baby na gata enkwa enye estate. It's a slum. Bro, ni bena betina area gata nkwa or say eye estate. Uye udwan. We Jimmy. Na momo sa platforms na motete so no. Ede na modi je na modi sua. Na monya gono. Na mokodi obechi. Mu yi hanki free moto na mo de afa mo tiri ho. Na mo sa de afa mo nim. Mo hu nyenya kan. This is where we are. That's the problem. We need to get the young people to understand. And the politicians keep fooling them even in their misery. And then young man, because you have failed to think. That politician who is telling you, oh, sorry, no, that politician will never live where you live because wait, Jimmy, you need to advocate. You need to get up and let the politician understand. You have failed me. You are not supposed to come close to me. But don't say, Jimmy. That is why they take advantage of you people. Agyapong 21, Ghana. He will never allow any of his kids to live in that slum you people call estate. When Jimmy but he will tell you, oh, sorry, because wait, Jimmy. Because in the next 24 hours, in Sato, you will still sit in there, you will lose everything. So basically, you become an animal. Mwe Jimmy, Nani Pebi, and the majority of so-called Yesi estate, they are all built in slums. Nothing. (2021) Cecilia Dapa, Yebusano Parliament.
I have the platform. A portion of the World Bank's $570 million economic pump for Ghana was to enable Accra become the cleanest city in Africa. Specifically, $200 million was to finance the Greater Accra and Integrated Development Initiative. This initiative is a transformative urban project tailored to bolster the city to become safer, more resilient, and cleaner. What is the status of this project?
Mr. Chairman, the component for my ministry is $43 million, and I think I spoke about it earlier. That is to take care of the Odo Basin, to clean it up, and to cap the heaps of waste that we see around the basin. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
You claim that your ministry had $43 million out of the $200 million. How was that $43 million applied?
Mr. Chairman, I have given the components out is to cap about 5 heaps around Tantan and then the Odo Basin. And it's also to clean up the Odo Basin to make the channels open for water to flow in. Yes. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
The Busas is the power parliament to say $43 million. A day now would ye. These are the same fools sending young men and women messages. I say $43 million, no, or the big ye more pantine. The same pantine, and I do ye can say in so tall pantine. Kwasiabi yam sheshe le Fr0g, ne nia soso, and an anketenkete o tensueni le Fr0g. Le Fr0g, ni D3ad says studio light, ne ni tuetia ho kwasia. Cecilia the password is $43 million called pantine. Eko making sure or this salty cape eye nyoma ho. And I say, oh dang. The Odo River no, or the team $43 million. You people, you don't see money before. Also, I say, or you clean up. This is 2021. Or 2025. This as much as the back 2021. We are in 22. In less than 4 years, it rains. And the frogs are swimming in water. And young people cannot sit and be like, no. This cannot be possible. These are people we gave money to. There is a political party we handed this money over to. But you see, these young fools don't understand what we do. When I ma omutumwari oba no akonyema behye Nemba be 5 na ni nyina ye obidia because onim nyanso be analyze nyoma question is simple. We need to be having a conversation. For the past 8 years, where did our money go? We have the right to question this government after 4 years. Where did our money go when it comes to the salting and cleaning Accra? These are the questions we need to be asking. Intendeno Metia, we need to be asking each other, where did the money go? $43 million. Where did it go? But as foolishly and as Fr0gs as we are, you're going to say in nine. We just want that that same politician who took that money and spent on women, spent on other unnecessary things to benefit them. No, we are happy that that same fool has sent us a message. Yeah, Jimmy. I keep telling you, there are a lot of young, foolish, loud fools in Ghana. Very foolish, unintelligent. They are weak-minded. We have gone through the mill. We understand the system. Young people on social media, this should be a national discourse. We need to be pushing pressure on this government to question the past administration. That where did the money go? But you see a young man who is swimming in this water that can kill him any day. A young Fr0g defending the government that caused this problem. Because at this point, who caused this problem? The people we get $43 million to. As far as I know, they were giving that money to stop this flood. So why is the flood coming back? As I speak, it's raining. It's raining. Omo mama me wo BP. Omo mo yare. Omo kuma ebo. They are there. What do they do? And then kwasi be to social media say me a platform. What is that platform for? What is it for? What is it for? It's for nothing. It's for stupidity. It's for foolishness. You people are not supposed to be recognized. You're supposed to be poisoned. Because money Fr0g, money imponchireni, difference in him. You take in a lot of air in your chest and in your head. Whatever you spill out is trash. These are the facts. It is raining tonight. The politician that told you that sorry, where is he? He doesn't fucking care. That politician for past 8 years, you paid his salary every month. You paid his kids' school fees. You made sure you gave him everything he needed. All the luxury cars you gave to that politician. All the luxury. For 8 years. That politician today, as I speak to you, that luxury, he's still living with it and having a good life. You, it is raining. You don't know where to go tonight. Oka na esinsuom na say. If you electrical plug be anya juma, ahwia kom, you are waiting for the water to dry totally. So the electrician will come back again. The probability say in Solukra after a month, ufi electrical wires in anya juma, it is high. Who is going to bear the cost? Oya kwasienti. Sa politician or call it this on you. You are sitting there say sa kwasiana frame me. Sa kwasiana text me. Actually we are Fr0g. Do you know Fr0g? Mr. P, get me Fr0g and let me show Ghanaians Fr0g. Then I can move on. Actually, we are ponchireni. Actually, we are nkete na wuti ene wafono. Say aponchireni a ujina diyan, ujina nsum. You cannot think beyond diyan or height. And I'm speaking to the young people in Ghana. You have TikTok account, you have Facebook account, you have YouTube account. Use it profitably. Let it benefit you. Let it benefit your parents, your community. Let it help lives. That is what Abrofune uses this social media, this technology. That is what they have used it for. Let's not be foolish all the time. Ghana Nibi Onimi Sebia should be pissed off. Why hasn't Bawumia, Kennedy Agyapong, Kwadwo, why hasn't Cecilia Dapa, why hasn't the NPP government released a statement about this flood? Because they don't want that conversation to come up. They know that when they release a statement, we are going to question them. So what are they doing? They are feeding Fr0gs. They are feeding pigs. Sympathy. That's what they need. Because they know that pigs are easily fed. Give them shit. When they eat, they will forget their problems. But it's raining tonight. It's coming back again. The rains are not stopping. We need to get serious. Go to Taifa. It's flooded. Every place is flooded. For 8 years, we didn't question why our gutters were not desilted. We didn't question why the government that told us that it is going to make Accra the cleanest city in Africa. We did not question it because Nkwasiafo begin say, "Na your time Bawumia, your time Kwadwo." What has Bawumia got that Yenny Ghana for your time any Kennedy? What do they have? They don't have intelligence. They are looking for foolish ones amongst us to use them, and they have succeeded. Mr. P, Mr. S, get me Fr0g. Let me show Ghanaians Fr0g, because I've seen a lot of my aunties, my sisters asking, Fr0g, what is Fr0g? Let me show you Fr0g. This is Fr0g. Today, they are walking in water, flood, telling Ghanaians, our houses are flooded. Kwasia. Your house is flooded. Our house is flooded. Which is which? Kwasia, our house is flooded. Mumbo Brancy Dainty. You don't understand. This is Fr0g. Politicians will use you people for a long time. Because Mumu be Jimmy. Fr0gs. This is what we call Fr0g. This is what we are seeing in Ghana. You see frogs walking in water. To toe. Our house is flooded. You and whose house? It is raining. Where is Fr0g going to go? It is raining. This is a poem. It's a poem. It is raining. Where is Fr0g going to sleep? It is raining. It is raining. It is raining. Where is Fr0g going to breathe? It is raining. When the clouds start gathering, Fr0g gets scared. When the clouds starts to gather, Fr0g gets scared. The heat, the pressure, the wind that carries fear, the river, the ocean that stays calm, the dirty gutters that carries shit and pee makes its way into the house of Fr0g. Where are you going to hide, Fr0g? Where are you going to hide? The dirty brown water has entered your house. The germs that is going to leave behind. The denigration, the filth, the stink, the smell. What is Fr0g going to drink? Fr0g takes pride in laying and sleeping in filth. Fr0g takes pride in taking messages that will not change his life. Fr0g is a disease. Fr0g is an embarrassment. Fr0g, where are you going to go? Because the rains are coming. Fr0g, where are you going to be? Because the rains are coming. Are you going to be under your bed? Because it's going to get wet. Are you going to hide under your car? Because it will get wet. Are you going to hide under your boxes? It is also going to get wet. Fr0g, where are you going to be? Because the rains will never stop coming. Fr0g, the rains will never stop coming. The day Fr0g will learn sense, the day Fr0g will understand that humans are different from frogs, the day Fr0g will be human, will understand that politicians are using Fr0g. They are using the tongue of Fr0g to tap or to attract the very stupid ones that look like Fr0g. Fr0g, where are you going to be? Because the rains will never stop. The reason why I say, what I do, they can't do it. And sometimes they ask themselves, how can we get somebody who is like this guy to counter this guy? It takes a lot of work. And I know the pain of the NPP, and I know what you go through every day. Majority of NPP wish I was dead. I understand. And I don't blame you. It is the pain. So many people are almost supported the NPP, they wish I wasn't in the picture. In fact, Bawumia, Kennedy, NPP top, they wish I was no more. I understand your pain. They are more pain than see. But that is not what God wants. And you see, there are so many NPP supporters in Ghana, even out of Ghana, they are pained All because they don't know when I am going to stop this so that the NDC government and John Mahama, they can go after them and then denigrate them and also lie about them. They don't know why I haven't stopped. I haven't stopped. At a point, the Krobika said, after 2020 elections, Kevin Taylor there, you are still on TV, ni radio, why they in politics? No, this is an infinity thing, etc., etc. It never ends. The pain in the heart of people who don't like this platform and people who don't see anything good in Ghana is because, especially the NPP supporters and followers, they are trying to find a replacement, something to counter me. They have been doing everything. And you see, before you replace Messi or Cristiano Ronaldo, you need to understand you are not just replacing a player. You are replacing a whole team. And that is what the NPP and people in Ghana who don't understand what we do, that is what they don't get. They say before you decide to replace Messi or replace Cristiano Ronaldo, you need to understand, say, you are not replacing just a player on a field. One, you are replacing an investment. That is one. Because 90% of the people who come to that stadium to watch, they come because of Ronaldo or Messi. So one, you are replacing an investment. Two, you are replacing an institution. 90% of the players on the pitch playing with Messi or Ronaldo, they are enjoying and learning from them. So you are replacing a whole career and invest and whatever you call it. You get it? Now, three, you are also replacing goodwill. Because you see, there's something unique about Messi and Ronaldo. They might have their bad side on the field, but every time they are part of a team, some people who don't even support those teams they play for respectively or whatever, at a point you feel like you just want to support because they are part of the game. It makes you happy. So okay, so person replace ana udi obiba na obey more potent, more likable. Somebody Ghanaians from left and right. I can tell you on authority. And they were confused. Those are the people who watch me a lot. And they say, if you want to get somebody to counter this platform, you are not countering Kevin Taylor as me sitting here. You are making a big mistake. You are countering a whole package. Is that person flexible enough for even somebody who does not like him would want to watch him? Those are things you need to ask yourself. Is that person intelligent enough? Is that person good when it comes to dialogue? Can he communicate? You see, communication comes in different forms. The reason why Obuoha Nekasaya would there is not because Nanwati channel, it's because of the way or intertwining or in Samono. Assembly you need to bring something to join that assembly to make somebody pay attention. Do you have somebody who is creative enough to understand the nitty-gritties of dialogue, communication? I sit here from my studio. I don't see anybody's face, but I know how you feel when I'm on my show. Do you have somebody like that who can take over from me if you, the MPP or whoever is trying to counter me? Do you have anybody like that? Somebody who is basically filled with humor. When the person needs to understand his viewers and listeners, how the person can basically, even though he's not with them, he can get to them to let them understand or follow what he's saying. So I am the whole Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo put together to say banchi mole and a bromole into the bomana a journalism banku. So it is not easy. So sometimes I pity the NPP. I pity you people because the Ameya is all based. The root is the truth. When you get people or you get a political party that has that as their cord, umbilical cord, it is easy for you to get somebody to counter me. And the whole thing is simple. Get somebody who can work with the truth. Somebody who will not underestimate the intelligence of Ghanaians. Somebody who will not take sides when it comes to tribe, religion, and politics. Now, somebody who will be honest enough to tell the people, I have chosen this path. I support this because of this. Somebody who have a basis, not because of tribe or religion, but somebody who have factual basis to tell you that I have taken this path. I want you to believe in this because of this evidence. Do you people have something like that? No. It is going to take a long time for the NPP as a political party to come back to power. It's a hatred in your heart. If you have national issues to me, but people don't even address the president. They are addressing me because they see the impact that I carry. They see the depth in which I used to explain issues. That is the pain in the heart of people who don't want to tell truth to Ghanaians. And I have mastered this craft. I have mastered it. And the way I was able to master it was because that I looked at people who didn't like me and what they didn't like. And I did what they didn't like. And what anybody who doesn't like me does not like is the truth. Obia Ompema Sembia hates the truth. So I need to stick to it. I need to use those things. Into Ebeche because this job I am doing, I'm going to be blunt. It is so easy for me. It's the most easiest job on this planet. I don't need to be thinking too deep about what I said yesterday because I believe and I know that what I said yesterday wasn't the lie. So when I sit here, team, please stay with me. When I sit on my channel to speak every day, there's no panic. There's no being overcautious because I am not thinking about the lies I told yesterday to cover it up today. I am myself. I am natural. People love me because they're like, how does this guy do it? He does it for 3-4 hours. How is he able to do it? I'm able to do it because it comes naturally. It flows. Because I am not hiding anything from you. Because I am not doing this to please somebody. Because I am not trying to let somebody think that, you know what, I am protecting someone. So this job is the most easiest job for me. But for other people, especially more MPP4, the people you want them to speak for you, it is difficult. They are rigid. They are uptight. They cannot process. Their thought process diminishes quickly because the whole thing is programmed. They cannot naturally do what the people want. What I do here is basically what the people want. So for a political party or its supporters to say, as semi-crampus you Ghana, tell Kelvin Taylor that it means I have the antidote to your last breath. It is a antidote now, that solution now. I can destroy the party in a day. And slowly, I am cutting the party into pieces. I'm almost about 80% there. Now, Moana Moka say, Kelvin Taylor, John Mahama opposition. Kelvin Taylor, ya maniska, ena oka nsemna oka chire Kwadwo. Nsemna oka chire Bawumia. Nsemna oka chire MPP for more power no. Sa nkofo na moka sa asem no. And the omoka sa nsem ne chire John Mahama, the same words I was using then. No. Are they being paid by Bawumia or Kennedy? I'm asking. Because today we see a lot of people on the internet. I feel the are sending me never say. We see a lot of people on the internet talking Ghana politics. Some of them, they are crazy. Obviously, we know they are crazy. They are just not there. Some of them using strong words. Some of them not using strong words. Some of them being direct at the president. Those kind of words, some of you saw that was so stronger. Yes, where they been see that. Kelvin Taylor ka say we actually Kwadwo. Waka say we actually Bawumia, waka bi actually Kennedy. Kelvin Taylor there, we di we atem. John Mahama na hye na se. NDC for na hye Kelvin Taylor ase no mama ni sika. And Kelvin Taylor ye de oye no. And Kelvin Taylor to me the John Mahama ba power. Sesa na mo kan. The question today is, all the people on social media today who are using strong words at John Mahama and the NDC government and the ministers and whoever, are they being paid by Bawumia and Kennedy? Because for now, we can conclude that anybody who is speaking against John Mahama now, insulting John Mahama, insulting the NDC government, using strong words which you don't like, is paid or is being paid by Bawumia. There shouldn't be any argument about this. There shouldn't be any argument. And see, the issue here is we want to know, because there were so many people on social media, Bongo Ideas and Ameboa. I think for 8 years, you, the MPP, you picked up Bongo Ideas. Nyankasami Junior, Benansa, no Yejuma, National Security, Oni Edubwa Himwa, they picked up Bongo Ideas. They went to lock him up. They threatened to kill him. All because they thought that his tweets were too strong and it was going against the government, against Bawumia, against the Kwadwo. And at a point, Yenina Amokachere said Bongo Ideas is being paid by NDC to do that. Today, the NDC is in power. So I think Bongo Ideas is not being too strong on the NPP again. NPP again, right? Now, the people who are strong on the NDC today, those insulting John Mahama, those insulting NDC government, appointees, whoever, those insulting John Mahama's wife, those insulting whoever you people think is being insulted. I'm asking, are they being paid by Bawumia? Yes. Bawumia is paying all these people. All the people you see on social media, on TikTok, on Instagram, any person you see, anybody, any person you see on social media today insulting John Mahama, going after the NDC government and saying things is being paid by Bawumia and Kennedy. Go on TikTok, you see it. They are all being paid. So, we are going now, Shamia. Also, theater says, and the Otis will be Cassetia NDC, by Cassetia John Mahama, a Bawumia, any Kennedy money Tianaka. Because for 8 years, they told you, say, I was being paid by Eddie, John Mahama. Also, Oma say John Mahama. You might Ibrahim Mahama. You might say Asibesi. Sesiano, Bawumia ne tia sa ankwasi afode ka. So who should we blame if today somebody sits in Germany, in the UK, in America, and insult Otufo, Bawumia and Amaniska? Because those times, anybody who spoke up was being paid by John Mahama and the NDC. So anybody who is speaking up today against this government and against anybody in Ghana, that person, we should know for a fact that that person is being paid by the NPP. And that is what Mahamudu Bawumia is doing. That is what Kennedy Agyapong is doing. And you can see all over the place. All these young boys they are talking to, they are calling, they are saying we know them. They are giving them money to try and insult and denigrate John Mahama. Because we have been there before. We all have been there before. Anyone who said that I was being paid by Mahama to do the bidding for Mahama to expose the NPP government, anyone who is doing the same thing I was doing 8 years ago and now is being paid by Bawumia. Because Bawumia wants to be president. Because Kennedy Agyapong wants to be president. So we need to understand this. It's when you go on their platforms, let them know that you are being paid by Bawumia and Kennedy. And the funny thing is, those people will tell you that nobody is paying me, but those people, they know who is paying who. They are the ones who know who has been paid. Right now the table has turned. Anybody who raises any issue against John Mahama, speaks against John Mahama, John Mahama, TikTok, Twitter, wherever, he's being paid by Bawumia. He's being paid by Kennedy. At a point, MP before Yinaka say TV3, Media General, they are working for the NDC. We were here. They boycotted TV3. I don't know whether they have gone back or not. These are crazy people. Captain Smart, we all were told by the NPP every single day that Captain Smart is working for John Mahama. He has been paid by John Mahama. That is what the NPP said. And I'm yes. Now today, if Captain Smart or whoever on any TV, because I heard say Moka say John Hughes was also paid by John Mahama. I heard say Moka say Roland Walker is being paid by John Mahama. I heard Namoka say Bella Mundi is being paid by John Mahama. I heard Moka say everybody Obia Obe raise the issue is being paid by John Mahama. Today, those people who are saying that almost Sankofa are being paid, today Paul Adamotri is speaking for the NPP. He's being paid by Bawumia and Kennedy. I don't want an argument on this. All those foolish boys and girls on social media, say abodam form on the streets of New York, rabies in Kramai, all those foolish people, we need to come to that conclusion. Said ye, San Kwasiafoni Nina are being paid by Bawumia and Kennedy because they want to be president. The same way John Mahama wanted to be president 8 years ago. Let's make this simple. So that is how the conversation is going to be. Today, dear, nobody can tell me I'm being paid by John Mahama because I'm already on John Mahama's pay list from 2017. Into what in Canada. And they say, Omo Mukazetia John Mahama no, or say TSS, they are on Bawumia and Kennedy Agyapong's pay list. The rabies dogs on the street of New York, the rabies girls on the street of New Jersey, and the foolish boys and girls on the street of Accra. The big-headed fools who are scared of clouds. So we need to get it straight. That is how it's going to be from today. Now,